Hi, my name is Tess Crumpton, and I'm in the Research and Chemistry program here at NCSSM Durham. My research focuses on thermoresponsive copolymer hydrogels for solar-driven water purification. Access to clean water is becoming increasingly limited. About 2 billion people don't even have access to safely managed drinking water. A potential solution, though, is thermoresponsive hydrogels. A hydrogel is a 3D network of polymer chains that can store large amounts of water. They're typically used in drug delivery or tissue engineering. A widely researched material for thermoresponsive hydrogels is PNIPAM, or poly-N-isopropyl acrylamide, which is well known for its lower critical solution temperature of only 32 degrees Celsius. This LCST induces a phase change from hydrophilic to hydrophobic. When combined with other functional groups, which bind pollutants chemically or physically, PNIPAM hydrogels can be immersed into a polluted water source where they'll absorb the water and then heated above their LCST, where they'll then release pure water but keep behind the contaminants. My aim is to optimize this process by incorporating new monomers, cross-linkers, and functional groups to increase water swelling ratio and kinetics, while maintaining or improving the mechanical strength, low LCST, and purification performance. Over the summer, I mainly focused on two new compounds for optimizing this process. The first is DEG-MEMA, or diethylene glycol methyl ether methacrylate. This is a hydrophilic compound and it offers a potential hydration layer. Also, its longer chain facilitates an open pore structure in the gel, which helps allow for faster water transport. I found that gel F, which had 7% DEG-MEMA, performed better in terms of swelling ratios than did the 0% and 14% gels, which suggested that the DEG-MEMA does help allow the gel to swell more and would allow for faster water purification. The next compound I studied was polyethylene glycol dimethacrylate, which is a hydrophilic crosslinker. It's fairly cheap, which is good for large-scale applications, and it shouldn't significantly increase the LCST since we can incorporate it and add hydrophilicity without decreasing the amount of NIPAM, which keeps the lower critical solution temperature. I found that the PEG-DMA did help increase the swelling ratio later on, but the first about 3 hours, it did worse than the control before increasing a lot more towards the end. In the top right, you can see the hydrogels after they've been polymerized. And so when it's turned sideways, you can see that that means it's not taking the shape of its container, which indicates that the gel has been formed. My next steps for this fall are to use a scanning electron microscope to analyze the pore structure of hydrogels at the microscale level. This will help me understand whether or not they'll be able to facilitate that fast water transport. I'll also want to incorporate newer functional groups for pollutant removal, such as polyvinyl alcohol and polysylvobutane methacrylate, and then finally test water purification against various harmful contaminants, including microplastics, dyes, heavy metals, and oils. I'd like to express my gratitude to Dr. Anglin, Dr. Bruno, Mr. Lopez, and our TAs, Kate and June, for their ongoing support, and to the Burroughs Wellcome Fund and the NCSSM Foundation for making this research possible. Thank you.